An inimical presence assailed the thranotic ether aboard the cargo ship Destiny. Fear crept in a ghostly undulation, whisking the salty tears into the salty sea. The ship dipped and swayed in the shadow of a sentient tempest, prowling to devour the Destiny in a slow, painful mastication. The voyage was marred with the tragic loss of half its crew and a loss of half its cargo since Porto Novo. Though an acceptable loss, if the captain and crew were to be paid, they'd have to reach land with at least 40 to 45% of the depleted cargo still intact. No less. By grace of a sudden lull in the storm, the captain ordered his first mate to tally the remaining cargo, inspect the hold for flooding, and divvy the depleting rations for the next leg of the journey. The first mate's face paled, and though he acknowledged the captain confidently, his countenance collapsed cravenly. Through the deck grates, he peered down into an impenetrable black. Upon opening the hatch, a cold draft swept up the shaft with a heavy air of rot. The first mate grabbed a saber and descended the ladder into the darkness of the hold. "Don't look them in the eyes. Don't look them in the eyes," he repeated in worrisome whispers. The lantern's amber glow was inhibited by the darkness. "Hold out your hands," he yelled blindly into a deafening silence as foreboding as the pitched, stale air. He poked his sword into the dense, engulfing chasm. He felt a presence. Something was standing before him. Malefic. He could feel it. An icy gale enveloped him. The hatch door slammed shut behind him, startling the man to drop the sword. Stumbling over a pile of empty shackles, he bolted toward the ladder he could not see. A deafening rattle of chains dragged along the wood floor against his boots toward the encroaching black figure now behind him. With a scream, the first mate flailed his arms blindly, clawing in the darkness, for the ladder inadvertently shattering his only light. He slammed his face against the ladder before scampering upward, his mouth filling the coppery tinge of his own blood. His neck tingled under the frigid breath of the converging shadow. Head first into the hatch door, he screamed, lifting the weighted door ajar. He felt a painful vice-like grip of a large, unnatural hand around his lower leg. The door was slammed open, and the captain and first mate eyes met. The captain's face paled, looking down beyond his first mate.